Hi, and welcome to today's Wellness Wednesday. Um, the flower essence that came up today it's such a good one. I think it will resonate with a lot of you. I know it's one that I've worked with numerous times through the layers of my healing. Um, the flower essence came up under guilt, and it is the flower essence of pine. And what pine helps us with is self acceptance, self forgiveness, and self love. Specifically for someone who would need pine, it is someone who takes on more blame than uh, than they should. Really, they blame themselves for things way out of proportion to what's kind of occurred, and this can be a hard one to decipher if you are blaming yourself for more than is you need to be accountable for. First of all, blame is if we blame ourselves, there's some sort of shame in that and guilt, obviously, uh, rather than just saying, oh, I made a mistake. And so if there is blame, then and you're taking that personally, then that's definitely a sign. Also, if you are taking the blame for others' actions or for things that you have no control over, that's when you would know that you would benefit from pine. Um, they talk about, or it talks about in the write up about pine, is that this is a pattern that came mainly from childhood, from taking on blame from family dysfunction. And I think a lot of empaths do that. So I think this is a great one for any empaths who are really hard on themselves. And also, it talks about from cultural or family or societal programming that really emphasizes punishment and sin, or rather than grace and forgiveness. And so, someone in need of this would be an example would be if something happens and say at work and a report didn't get finished and you were working with a team and a report didn't get handed in on time, you would take on the responsibility or the blame and beat yourself up and judge yourself because you are just taking that responsibility and feeling like it's your fault that it didn't succeed. Um, it really is at the core of it why I think a lot of people really struggle with self love, because we can't forgive ourselves because we make a mistake. I'm going to put mistake in quotes because everything is that we do is all for our learning, so nothing's really a mistake unless we fail to learn from it or we don't take the lesson from it. But when we take on blame or we blame ourselves for making a mistake and we can't let it go and we keep ruminating on it and keep thinking on it, thus the source of anxiety, thus the source of depression. If you're thinking on something that happened 2 years ago and you're still judging yourself about it, or you're still blaming yourself or thinking how you could have handled it different, pine is definitely the essence for you. Yes, to being accountable, but there's a healthy accountability, and then there's taking on way too much blame and not forgiving yourself. And that's really what pine helps with, is it helps us to be forgiving. So when we don't forgive ourselves, we are withholding love and nourishment and acceptance from ourselves, which means we're holding it from others, withholding it from others too. But pine is such a beautiful essence, and there's so much more that I could talk about with it. But if this resonates with you, if you are someone that takes on way too much blame, if you are someone who, like I said, something happens and you are still thinking about it days, weeks, hours later, thinking how you should have said this, should have done that, shoulda, shoulding all over your place, all over yourself, then pine is definitely the essence for you. And to bring this beautiful flower essence in to allow for you to accept yourself, forgive yourself, and love yourself, then just simply take a deep breath, feel into your body, and repeat. I ask for the flower essence of pine to enter my energy field, energy body, and physical consciousness with the help of the divine. I ask for the flower essence of pine to assist me with self acceptance, self love, and self forgiveness. I ask for the flower essence of pine to manifest, to integrate, and then feel into your body, and wherever you feel it, put your hands there to anchor it in, or you can simply put your hands on your temples and say, and stabilize, and feel that energy come in. If you really resonate with this and are ready to let that go, you may need to bring it in several times. If you're feeling the energy, then keep going until it kind of doesn't feel so strong. Or the other way too, if you don't feel it the first couple times, lots of times when I work with clients, they don't feel it the first couple times because it's almost coming into their energy field or they're blocking it a bit. And so go with your intuition and bring it in as many times as you need. A beautiful flower essence for our healing journey, a beautiful flower essence for inner child wounding, and a great flower essence for empaths who take on way too much. Much love. I hope this helps. And as always, if you would like to book a personal healing session, please just reach out and we can do that. Have a great day.